So yeah, I've gone through some time with the new systems that they've announced. So they have this new thing, which is the Holy Grail Casting system, as it's described here. Basically, you can spend servant coins to get Holy Grails. You can basically get 2 every month, and it takes 2,000 servant coins to get 1 Holy Grail. So I guess every month you need 4,000 servant coins. But, you know, before I get ahead of myself, let's rewind a bit. Okay, so let's switch screen for a bit here. So as you can see here in the New Year campaign, which, was just released yesterday, they announced the Holy Grail casting system, which will require servant coins. But if you're not a JP player and you only play the English server and you're not familiar with the servant coin system, essentially the servant coin system was introduced in the 6th anniversary. So essentially every time you summon a servant, you get a corresponding amount of servant coins, and then you can use these coins. Well, before you could use them for leveling up your characters past level 100, so grailing past 100 up to a level of 120. Another is for the append skills. The append skills are somewhat like passives that you can unlock for every servant. How to get them? You can either obtain them via summoning, by getting 1 copy of a servant or multiple copies, or by getting bond levels. And there have been servant coins that have been given via event rewards, but so far there have only been event rewards, servant coins for welfares. There hasn't been a universal servant coin, which we are pretty much hoping that will arrive. I feel like they will give that to us eventually. They just haven't made any announcement of it. Yeah, methods to obtain is either by summoning the servant, by bond level, and then you can use them for leveling up a servant past level 100, or by the append skills. And then the amount of servant coins you get depends on whether the servant is limited, story locked, or non-limited, or whether you can get them from friend points. Essentially, limited 5-star servants give the most, 90 Saint Quartz. Also story locked and non-limited 5-star servants. Basically, any 5-star servant gives 90 servant coins. So, and then it goes lower as 4 stars tend to give 50 servant coins. Non-limited 4 stars give 30 servant coins. 3 stars give 30, while non-limited 3 stars give 15. So it keeps going down. And then of course we have the friend point summon. So if you're able to get either Saber Lily or Habinyan or Habitrot, you do get 30 servant coins for those servants. And then for 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 star equivalents, you see down below there. So yeah, as the rarity goes down, since you are able to summon them more often, the number of coins you get is reduced. But you can also get servant coins via bond leveling. So if you get from levels 1 to 6, you get 5 each, and you get a total of 30. 7 to 9 gives you 10 each level, and then that's a total of 30. And then from levels 10 to 15, you get 20 each, which is a total of 120. So from bond levels, you get a total of 180 servant coins. Okay, sure. Now, how many servant coins do you need to level up? Essentially, if you want to get a servant from level 100 to level 120, for every 2 levels, it requires 30 servant coins. So in other words, if you want to get them to all the way to level 120, you need 300 servant coins. And then each append skill requires 120 servant coins. So that means you would need 660 servant coins in total. So the question is, what would be the amount that you would need to actually reach 660 servant coins? Like for example, if we go with a 5-star servant, getting NP5 will only give you 450 servant coins. So you can get a character to level 120, but you'll only have one append skill unlocked. So, and then if you consider bond points, then sure, another bond level. So there is some computations you need to consider. This may seem like a very whale-oriented system, but I feel like once they start giving us a way to earn servant coins that does not require bond, doesn't require summoning, then it will become a more of a system that gives players a target for. Like, for example, me, I want to get all of my Artorias to level 120, but at current state I'm in, since most of my Artorias are either NP1 or some maybe even NP2 or NP3, I can only get the NP3 versions to level 120, but I will be lacking in servant coins to be able to get all their append skills. Maybe I can get one append skill via bond, but that's gonna take a long time. So if they eventually introduce a universal servant coin, at least that will give me something to strive for, like how it is with Holy Grails. So, and also you have to consider, like, grailing servants past 100 is such a undertaking, but you know, at least that gives you something to strive for. But anyways, that's just a brief overview of the servant coins. Now, the reason why I wanted to go into the servant coins is because of their new, which is the Holy Grail Casting. So as we can see here, this is the new screen. You know, that is a very cool animation. I hope they eventually upgrade our, you know, the summoning page to be something like this. You know, upgrade it so it looks better. I mean, you know, we've had the same summon page for like almost, I mean, since the game launched. So I hope they upgrade it soon. So this is what the Holy Grail casting looks like. So as you can see here, to be able to get a Grail, it says that you need 2,000 servant coins to do so. So let's do that. The servant coins arranged by rarity. So usually, I mean, it kind of obvious you would use the lower rarity coins first, but I would just like, you know what, I wish they had a locking system, because there are some servants that I don't want to use. Like, for example, let's say Bunyan. Bunyan is a limited servant. You can only get Bunyan through the, you know, through her event. Or let's say some of the story locked 3 stars like Gilderoy Caster, or let's say Ku Caster. You know, there's really no other way to get servant coins of them unless you roll on the story banner. But me, I barely roll on the story banner, so it's really hard to get their servant coins. So I wish there was an option where I could lock these coins, but currently there isn't any right now. So, you know, let me just demonstrate it. Easiest for me to use would pretty much be Arash. So I have 354 servant coins. We'll use all of it. And then you can see here on the bottom left, it already increased the meter. So at least it gives you an indication of how far down along you are. Let's use, there we go, Kojiro, Matahari. And here we go, we're getting to Bunyan, not gonna touch him. And then we get to Jason. I'm very close. I only need 79 more, 80 more. So what's nice about this is that I have 292 servant coins for Jason, but it only lets me reach add 80. So at least the system, like, you know, cuts you off and doesn't make you end up making you waste servant coins. So now I have enough for the Grail, and I can activate it. So here we go. That's 2,000 servant coins. We get that cool ass animation. And there we go. I get a Holy Grail. Easy, right? So yeah, that is a interesting system that they have introduced. to the game. So at least for those of you, you know, this opens up more options, especially like for me, since there are a lot of Artoria faces that I do want to grail. You know, this will help me, at least right now, this definitely helps me, you know, because originally I was only going to grail the 5-star Artoria faces or Saber faces. But now, yeah, I can now start to include into my plans the 4-star servants Saber faces for grailing. So that's a great system. Before and then, you know, we just have to take note of a few things from the system. So it requires 2,000 servant coins to be able to get 1 Holy Grail. You can get a maximum of 2 every month. You can offer different servant coins at a time, so you'll just need 2,000 in total. The casting device resets every start of the month. So just make sure that if you do, only offer coins when you're sure that you can get 2,000 coins. Because if you commit servant coins and you don't reach the 2,000 mark, when the casting device resets, you lose all of the servant coins. So that is one thing you have to be sure about. So when you do this system, you only do it when you're sure you have enough servant coins. Yeah, that's the Holy Grail casting system, and pretty much, you know, my guide to the servant coins, pretty much. So yeah. Is the Grail system story locked? Oh, that is a good point. Is it story locked? Okay, so chat brings up a good point. I forgot to mention what is the requirement for being able to use the Holy Grail casting system. So what is the requirement to use the Holy Grail casting system? Apparently, you require to clear the Tunguska epilogue. So to be able to do the Tunguska epilogue, you need to have cleared Avalon Lefay, in other words, Lost Belt 6. So you need to clear the entire story to be able to unlock the Grail system. This is the reason why they were pushing everybody to finish the story. It wasn't because of, I mean, maybe it was because of the story, maybe because of the raid or the Tunguska event, but with the Holy Grail casting requiring the Tunguska clear, that might have been the reason why they were telling everybody to finish LB6 before this event, I feel like. So yeah, thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. You know, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I will be uploading more videos. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, I'll see you next time, YouTube. Bye.